is Stephanie and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I'm just your average mother of three. I live in Idaho with my husband, 3 kids, and our German Shepherd. That's pretty much all you need to know about me. I'm a pretty simple person, but today I have a very complicated shopping trip. So let's go spend a bunch of money. Our actual grocery budget, what we're eating this week, is not much. I deliberately chose recipes that I knew we pretty much had everything we needed in the house so that I wasn't buying a bunch of other things. All of the Christmas cookies, all of those recipes, that money comes out of my Christmas budget, which is separate. But I just wanted you to know that this haul is going to be bigger than usual. But right now, I'm going to insert what we ate this past week with the food I purchased on our limited budget. So let's start with Saturday. This is the day after last week's shopping haul, and this was the day that we went and watched all of those Christmas lights. And so this was after we got back and I needed something really fast. So meatball subs, I already had the sauce made up from the meals I made last week, and I just heated those meatballs up out of the freezer on the stove, and then I used up leftover cabbage from the yakisoba and made a coleslaw. I have yet to find a homemade coleslaw dressing that I love, so I actually just use a broccoli salad dressing, and then I add a little bit of celery salt to it to make it seem more like coleslaw. And then the sandwiches, I just toasted under the broiler so that the cheese would melt, and we served it with some fresh fruit. Monday was a crazy day, so I just whipped up some chili dogs and fresh fruit. And that was it. And then Tuesday was crazy too, so we ate out. So Wednesday, I pulled some chicken out of the freezer and we made Bajío chicken. Bajío is a restaurant similar to like Cafe Rio. You know, they have that really good sweet pork and sweet chicken that you can put on salads and tacos. And so this is just a copycat recipe. It uses like brown sugar, Sprite, green chilies. Anyway, it's really simple. You put it in the crock pot all day, and then we just shred it and put it on tacos, nothing fancy. I also made a cilantro lime rice to go with this, and it's always very good. And so the Bajío chicken makes a ton. So on Thursday, I just made white chicken chili with the leftovers, and everybody kind of has their own version of white chicken chili. I got this recipe from my college roommate, and my family absolutely loves it. In fact, I usually do about 1.5 times the recipe, sometimes double, but about halfway through making this, I thought, man, this isn't a lot of beans, this isn't a lot of chili, and I realized why. So I also just whipped up a big salad and some pico de gallo, and we had chips and salsa and white chicken chili, and everybody ate their fill, and we even actually still had a little bit of leftovers for lunch the next day. And speaking of leftovers, we had enough stuff sitting around our fridge leftover that I just pulled it all out, and everybody just kind of built a plate with what we could find. But to beef it up, I also had a partial box of taquitos in the freezer, which are delicious out of the air fryer. And so I usually do about 390 degrees for 10 minutes, and they come out just right. And I also just kind of cleaned out the crisper drawer with the little bits of veggies that I had left. We actually had a lot of other veggies, but these are the ones I wanted to use up. And yeah, everybody just kind of built their own plate. This is what mine looked like. This is Winco. We're gonna have to do this in a few shifts. So this is kind of a mixture of what we're eating this week and then kind of baking and gifts over there. So we'll just get started. I got tomatoes. Look at how massive these grape tomatoes are. At some point, are they not grape tomatoes anymore? They're huge. Regular slicing tomatoes, more apples. This was only like $5.98 for an 8-pound bag, so I thought that was a good deal. Grapes were decent. Strawberries were on sale, and they actually didn't look horrible for this time of year. We're making fruit dip tomorrow for Buddy's birthday. And then broccoli for our raw veggies. Are you kind of picking up on the fact that we eat a lot of raw fruits and veggies for our side dishes? I did not want to go to Costco, so I paid too much for romaine lettuce at Winco and iceberg lettuce to shred for tacos. We were out of carrots, spinach for a salad at Christmas, bagels, hot dog buns. We're doing burgers for Buddy's birthday. Just plain chips to make some dip, possibly. Refried beans for taco night. Crushed pineapple and mandarin oranges for an ambrosia salad at Christmas time. Celery, spaghetti for a mock rice-a-roni. I usually use gluten-free pasta, but I'm not really watching that right now. So I just got regular thin spaghetti. We were out of garlic and an avocado for dinner tomorrow. I found turkey smoked sausage for 99 cents a thing at the grocery outlet. I don't mind it, but the rest of the family doesn't love it. So I just got a regular summer sausage to slice up at Christmas Eve and New Year's. We like to do that for just a little appetizer. And then red beans, because at some point I'll do red beans and rice. I just like to have it in the cupboard. I got 3 cans of cream of mushroom soup, 3 cans of cream of chicken for different recipes. I never seem to have green chilies in the cupboard, so I bought a few cans just to have, and then chicken broth. Mini pretzels, I think for Chex Mix, possibly. We'll see. Cornflakes to top my funeral potatoes. I'm gonna try a new cookie recipe, and it uses this as the base, so we're gonna do that. And I think that's all for just food. Oh, and then more of these guys. Okay, so then for cookie baking and other baking. So I'm not really giving a lot of consumable goodies to people for presents this year because I just didn't know how nervous people would be with the Rona and everything. So we are doing a Christmas cookie baking day, and there are a few people who we can give cookies to, but I will show you what I'm doing for other people for gifts this year. Okay, so I do a cookie with these melted on top. They're so good, but then I thought these might be fun too. So maybe we'll do a mixture of both. Pudding. So things got a little sketch at the grocery store today. I had to go through, I went through the baking aisle 4 times. It was so busy there that you just had to keep walking, and then you just pull things as you pass them. And I had to think. I didn't have time to think, but I ended up having to circle. I would go down the baking aisle and then back around and then back 4 times. And so it kind of became a bit of a blur. Like, I'm not sure why I have vanilla pudding, but you know, it's there. Shortening. I usually just get it out of the tub because it's cheaper, but these are convenient to have when you're baking a lot. Light corn syrup. I forgot to get dark corn syrup at Albertsons. I needed that. They only had light at Winco. Bummer. I'm just remembering that now. 2 pie crusts. And let's see, what else? Oh, we have some orange extract. This is for that new recipe that I was talking about. And then almond extract for some really good bars that we make at Christmas. Evaporated milk, yeast, more candies for cookies and fudge, lots of mixed nuts for various things. And then things got a little crazy again. Again in the baking aisle. I just kept pulling things. Oh my gosh. I didn't have time to think. So peanut butter chips, white milk, and semi-sweet. 2 of each. because you know, why not? This is for an Oreo dessert that Buddy requested for his birthday. Speaking of which, we are doing s'mores outside. I didn't feel comfortable having a party, obviously, but he has a couple of friends who are in his close circle. He goes to school every day with his friends, and they ride the bus and they hang out all the time. So he has 2 friends coming over, and we're going to do s'mores outside in our fire pit. So that's what that's for. Some drinks for hubby to take to work. Sparkling cider for Christmas Eve. Have you had this sparkling blush? It's really good. It has raspberry. Very delicious. And then I told you about these. This is for Chex Mix. I didn't have any of that. And then pistachios. I'm gonna show you in another video what I'm doing for neighbor gifts this year. Okay, so that's all for the dry goods. We need to hop over to the counter where I have all of the cold stuff. Okay, so the refrigerated and frozen stuff from Winco. Sorry about the dog. You'll hear her walking around in here. Hot dogs, just because the kids are gonna be home. That makes an easy lunch. Ground beef. I normally buy 93.7, which is what's in the freezer, but we like 85.15 for burgers. So that's for Buddy's birthday dinner. He wanted homemade burgers, so that's what we're doing. Ham for Christmas Eve and eggs. Then we have spray whip topping for hot cocoa and other desserts. Whipping cream for recipes, Cool Whip. Lots of recipes this time call for Cool Whip. We have cream cheese for bagels, and then cream cheese for recipes, and then Ladybug's yogurt. And then we have 2 kinds of milk, and then we also did a little eggnog for those who like it. I couldn't remember if my lactose-free kiddo likes eggnog, but I got it just in case. Told you about the eggs. This is for Christmas morning. If you don't make monkey bread, you should. You just put it in a bundt pan with some goodies overnight, pop it in the oven first thing in the morning, and it's really good. So that's what we're gonna do Christmas morning. This is for, one's for breakfast burritos, one is for funeral potatoes, and then we like to make ham fried rice with leftover ham, and it uses peas and carrots. So that's all of the cold stuff from Winco. Oh, and now here's my cute little baby haul from Albertsons. I was like wiped out after Winco, but I knew I only needed a couple of things that were on sale there. They were actually out of the butter that was on sale, but they let me substitute. So this was $1.79 each. And then raspberries, well, all the berries were buy one, get one. So these looked decent. So I got 2 of those. And then bananas and a pineapple was only 77 cents, I think. Something crazy like that. So we got that to go with our fruit dip that we're making tomorrow. I got more pistachios. I actually liked the size of this. It will go better in the gift that I'm doing. So more pistachios. And then we're gonna do Chex Mix, I think. I couldn't find a few, like I wanted to get bagel chips, but I couldn't find those. And then chicken and a biscuit, because you know, sometimes your holiday season just needs a little chicken and a biscuit. Not pictured are some Christmas secrets and 5 12-packs of pop. I didn't want to haul them in here from the garage, only to take them back out to the garage. All right, thanks so much for joining me today on my grocery shenanigans. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell if you would like to continue to follow along with me. I really appreciate that you take the time to watch these videos, and I will see you tomorrow.